Welcome to Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at Lunch
Burger Edition.
This week, Matthew and I went to The Keg. The Keg Steakhouse and Bar. If they still go by that, I don't know. They used to. I remember ads on TV when I was younger. The Keg Steakhouse and Grill?
I believe...
Grill and Bar? Bar and Grill?
You're on the right track.
Something like that.
The Keg.
The Keg. Several locations in Montreal. One in the Old Port, one in Place Ville-Marie in downtown Montreal, and I believe there's one also in the West Island.
There is. Sadly, we did not get to go to that one.
Matthew, your love of the West Island is only matched by your hatred of the East End.
I would have been pleased as punch if we could have gone to the West Island.
We will eventually, Matthew.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It has been a long time. It's been almost a year, coming up on a year, since we went to Scaroli's Pasta Emporium.
Yeah.
Good times.
The best times.
Well, not so much, because I fell down like twice because of the ice.
Best times for me. And that time of year is coming up again. And
I was slipping around the other day, just hurrying to work, because it's getting icy out there. It's getting cold again.
Oh, yeah. I had to park myself in front of a nice patch of ice this winter and just watch people slip and fall. It's the best enjoyment.
You need to have some sort of free giveaway that you're going to give them. Be like, oh, just on the other side of this ice, and they're like, oh, what have we here? Whoops! And then you laugh and don't give it to them.
And then I yell at them to get up and get out of the way because they're going to ruin it for the rest.
Get up! Get out of here! I want to watch someone else fall down.
People tend to watch their footing more when they see someone on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think you would give them? Whatever you would give them, it would have to have the fine print of you only get this if you don't fall down.
Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe I would give them something maybe for their hurt tuchus or something, like
one of those magic bags you can heat up in the microwave and sit on it.
Yeah. Now you can soothe your pains, but if they never have to fall, then it's just a
free
waste
gift.
I guess. Magic bag, big sack of rice.
Yeah. That's it. Just get a bunch of sacks of rice. Merry Christmas, one and all.
Yeah.
And then if you have any extras, you can donate that to food bank.
The big sacks of rice?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's edible.
Of course.
I don't know.
It's rice.
Eat it. Yeah.
So on that note, in this time of year, American Thanksgiving just passed us, which means we're on the home stretch to Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea to...
Good idea, Mother Mary.
Well, sure. But good idea to look into your local food bank, donating some food or money, the less fortunate. I read today, don't donate cans. They've got too many. Give them something better.
No. Tradition is you get to clean out your cupboards around this time of year. It's all the dented cans, all the artichoke hearts, everything.
Artichoke hearts are pretty great.
Yeah, but
they need other less perishables. Give them some peanut butter. Give them some honey. Other things that you might not think of right away to give to the less fortunate. Do that. Toiletries, very helpful.
There's problems out there because they're not going to want the peanut butter. Peanut butter contaminates. Peanut butter has peanut butter in it. You can't go mixing that up. It's a different world now. You can't even have peanut butter in schools.
I know, because people are allergic to peanuts. I think they should just be toughened up. You should throw peanut butter at those allergic kids, see what happens.
Definitely. Thin out the herd a bit.
Yeah.
All those people out there who
have peanut allergies.
You don't know what you're missing.
It's true. Peanuts are great.
Oh, yeah.
All the things made with peanuts, even better.
PB&Js, how do they... I just don't understand. They've never had one?
I suppose not.
It's worth getting a little puffy in the neck.
Oh, yeah. For a PB&J?
Yeah.
I mean, a B&J is not as good. Just butter and jam.
Just butter and jam.
Well, I mean, you get that sort of saltiness, but it's not the same.
No, it kind of sounds a little sickening.
To each their own, Matthew.
It's morbid.
I don't
Sebastien.
know. Why?
Just butter and jam?
It's pretty good.
On toast, sure. Yeah. But you don't toast that if you just have bread?
Oh, on bread? Oh, yeah. God, no.
Oh, Matthew. I'm not talking about a
PB&J, I always believe PB&J should be on a lightly toasted bread.
Well, that's an LT PB&J.
What now?
An LT PB&J.
What's the LT? Lightly toasted.
Lightly toasted PB&J, yeah.
Got it.
What are we talking about? Yeah, food. Donating it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or money.
I heard today they need socks.
Really?
That's the thing. Everyone's donating food and clothing.
Yeah.
But you usually tend to donate clothing that you don't wear anymore. But you never donate your socks and underwear.
It's true. I wear them until they have holes, and then I throw them in the trash.
And I don't imagine they want dirty old socks. So I think you got to go and buy new
fresh socks. Yeah. Socks, underwear, toiletries, not canned goods, maybe honey.
Yeah. So are we proposing some sort of Kiddo and Janko food and clothing drive?
No, just a friendly suggestion.
Good, because we would only get it to the people by the summer at this rate. People still don't have their spatulas.
Some people have their spatulas, Matthew. The people I was in charge of giving spatulas to.
It's true. It's true. But it took us a long time.
Sure. It took me a long time. It took you an incalculable amount of time because they still don't have their spatulas.
Yes. I just don't want people who haven't listened to the last couple months of episodes to listen in now and think Sebastien was just good on his promise to deliver those spatulas. There was half a year that went by where these spatulas didn't get into anybody.
Not even. We're talking like May, June, July, August, September they got their spatulas.
Still. I'll get them to people by Christmas.
You keep setting new arbitrary deadlines for yourself that you seem to have no intention of meeting.
It's just so difficult.
No, it's not.
Maybe
you just put your mind to it. I did both of them like within an hour or two.
Yeah. Well, let's move on.
All right. Matthew, I'd like to tell you about my dreams that I have. Because I so rarely remember my dreams. I feel like this will be like the third dream I share on this podcast.
I like your dreams. I like hearing about them.
I think the last one was featuring Catherine O'Hara. Not that long ago, just a few weeks ago. This one, peculiar. I cannot explain it. Let's see if you can understand it at all. I was in some sort of class, like a university-style class. And there was a teacher who was a young artist and teacher. And they had a new piece of artwork that they were encouraging everyone in class to go see. The only snag was you had to go see it soon because it was artwork that was drawn in freshly fallen snow. So you had to, there was a pretty small time frame to go see the art. And it was like in the freshly fallen snow, it was like behind an apartment building. So you had to go in an alley, but they didn't have a fence, so you could see it well from the alley.
Okay.
For some reason, my method of getting there was driving a minivan. Here's the other weird hitch to that. This minivan, I was controlling it from the back seat. Like it had a pedal and a steering wheel in the front, but also one in the back, and that's how I was driving it around. Huh. Really hard to see and drive effectively when you're in the back seat of a vehicle. And so I was having wasn't getting into an accident or anything, but having a lot of trouble navigating alleyways in a minivan.
No
from
peripheral
the back seat.
vision. It really, was just what you see.
Can't really see up ahead of above you at all.
No.
There's really very limited field of view. Managed to get to the place. Saw the artwork. It was fine. I barely remember it, honestly. And the most memorable part was driving a minivan from the back seat. And then I left. I saw the artwork. It was evening. I left. I had to go park somewhere nearby. And then I was driving and having a heck of a time parking. And then some friendly face said, like, why don't you just drive from the front?
I was about to suggest that, unless there was someone sitting in the front seat.
Nope. I was the only one in the vehicle. And then I took that advice and parked the vehicle. That's the end of the trip.
It's strange to me that you don't remember the artwork at all, but I guess it just proves that the art was not important. And honestly, any artwork that's done in such a novelty type of way, artwork in the snow, that's not art I want to see.
I remember it being like, oh wow, that's cool, but not like this is life-changing artwork.
Yeah. So maybe it just goes to show you that you're doing things in a more difficult way than you need to. And this dream is supposed to tell you, is like, you can accomplish the same thing by doing it a normal way. So are you doing anything else in life that you're just doing backwards?
Well, I mean, my dryer's been not working for months. and I've been just hanging things around my apartment to dry, and starting up a dehumidifier to help dry them out instead of just calling someone to repair my dryer.
There we go. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, that must be it.
Because people used to hang their clothing before they had dryers back in the days when they would drive around town in horse and carriage.
Oh.
And they would drive those from the back.
Interesting. Wow, Matthew.
So you're driving around a modern day horse and buggy.
I'm just a horse and buggy man.
Yeah, you're
basically by not having a functioning dryer.
Yeah.
It's just a big square piece of metal in my apartment.
Yeah. You put stuff in it, right? You can store stuff in
I
it.
could. I don't.
Well, it's good. Good for storing stuff.
I suppose.
Trinkets and whatnot.
There's a lot of things on it.
Well, it works both ways. You just can't put anything underneath it. But, if ever you have this dream again, try and pay a little more attention to the artwork. I never really took you for an art goer, and now you're traveling down alleys frantically. Down alleys.
Well, I mean, because there was a time limit, and somehow this was related to a class I was taking.
Okay, so maybe it's just that you really like, maybe not deals, but exclusive offers. Like if you might not care for the art, but if you can't see this art in 10 minutes, you're going to rush to go see it.
I think it was more because it was part of class. I think I still have some sort of school PTSD. I haven't been in school for at least 5 years, and I still have school dreams where it's like, oh no, there's an essay due. And I wake up and go, oh shoot, how am I going to get this essay done on time? And then, within a few minutes I realize, oh, you are not a student. You have not been in school for years. Do not worry about this essay. You don't have to do it.
That's just your brain giving you a little gift every morning that you have those dreams, because it's such a relief. It's such a relief.
I guess it is a relief, yeah.
It's like your body stresses you out and then takes it away, and it's so good.
Well, the no stress to begin with would have been better.
You need a little stress. Just that, so you have something to compare it with. One of your last dreams had nothing to do with school or Catherine O'Hara, though. The one I barely remember, but I think it ended up with you and Superman holding each other and crying.
That's right. Yes. It was the end of the world, and Superman said he couldn't save everyone, and that made me cry, and I woke up.
And he cried too, right?
I think he was crying as well. Like, I want to say I saw his eyes get a little glassy. I was like, oh man, if Superman's going to cry, what hope is there? And then I woke up very peacefully. Yeah. If you wake up crying, it's very peaceful. Your eyes you don't have the dryness of opening your eyes. They're already all liquidy.
Yeah, waking up after a good night of crying. Yeah. It's such a good wake up. It really is. It's like sometimes you just try to make yourself
wake up
feel
crying.
Horrible.
I mean, I wish I could.
I don't want to wake up crying.
That. Well, not sobbing, but like,
No, I want to fall asleep crying.
Oh, okay.
That's the good rest. Thing. You wake up crying. There's something wrong with you.
Oh boy, Matthew. Speaking of Superman, you see that new Justice League movie?
No, not at all.
No, me either.
I don't know if I have any interest in.
I want to see
movies anymore.
No,
Justice League.
Really, you mentioned this on the podcast last week. I said you're a fan of movies, and you said, "Oh no, not at all. I just have a lot of posters."
Yeah,
Matthew, have you soured on film?
I believe I have. There's just so many of them. You can't see them all, and I feel like Justice League is something I would have been real excited to see if it had come out 20 years ago.
Sure.
But they just missed the boat on it for me. Batman versus Superman? Mm-hmm. That should have come out 20 years ago, too.
Now, what do you mean 20 years ago? Why is 20 years ago better?
Because I was a kid, and I was more into seeing
Batman versus Superman
throw down with Superman.
But don't you think you can be transported into a youthful state of wonder because of the visual effects that they're capable of today?
No. What are they doing in this new Justice League? They're doing some mustache effect. Is that the magic you're speaking of?
Yeah, it's true. I forgot about that. I was just thinking of like a Superman flying believably, but no, that's a good point. I've heard, I haven't seen the movie, but I've heard that. So Superman, the actor who played Superman,